Hey, what's up, everybody? Skelemystyk. As you pretty well know, if you have been on Wizard at all in the last month, if you are not from the far reaches of space and haven't looked at Wiz very much at all lately, then you know the Storm Drain's new content is open. If you have, like me, been playing the Storm Drain's content since the moment that it came available to do so, then you know something else. Drops in this place are ridiculous. Are a bear. It's like winning the lottery 3 times in a week. It really is. To get the hat, shoes, and ring to drop in this place. And that is really the new gear that pretty much everybody is focused on. The hat, shoes, and ring. It's pretty much, honestly, the only reason anybody's down here. It's sure not for the fun of fighting the bosses. Because, well, the Devourer, oof. The Druid, double oof. Just oof. As a matter, I could go oof and make it a 20-syllable word, and it would not describe those end content bosses for this area. All right, as such, the drops. The Devourer drops the ring at the end, and he is the worst of them. Okay. So in the first week or two, we had an outcry. King Zal, you beep, 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 beeps. You dirty, rotten scoundrels. You yeah, all kinds of outcry about how bad the drops were. King Zal, in regular King Zal fashion, did not respond by easing up on the drop rates. And no, we can't have none of that. What they did instead was they made crafting available for the Vanguard tier hats so that you could then use that Vanguard hat to craft that Dragoon rank hats, which is the best hats, rings, and shoes for all schools in the game currently. The new best gear is those 3. Some of the other schools, Ice and Myth and whatnot like that, may get a benefit from the robes or the Athames or what have you. But for us, for all of us in general, the hat, ring, and shoes is the new best gear that we're all looking for. The drops currently are below the toilet in accessibility. I personally, to get the shoes before they moved the shoe drop from Vigor's Drake, who is not a boss but an elite mob and therefore easier to farm, before they did that, I farmed that Drake almost 300 times to get 1 pair of shoes. Now I know, there's a bunch of you out there, and I get it every video. But Skell, why'd you have such a hard time? I got my boots the 3rd drop. Don't you hate when people do that? Dude, I'm glad you got your boots, honestly. But you didn't give me no boots. And that's what everybody thinks when somebody says to them, oh, I got mine in the 1st try. Oh, I got mine within 5 tries. And you're here at the 500th try, and you still got no shoes. You're still walking around with your big tootsies hanging out because you're shoeless. And you're like, dude, okay, great, I don't care. People do that. It's the truth. Anyway, point to the whole thing being, I farmed that boss almost 300 times to get those shoes. That's ridiculous. So just like everybody else, I raised my hands and my mouth and whatever else in outcry. King Zal, dude, why are you killing me like this? Why? Their response was to make this all craftable. From Zasha Emberforge here. And that seems like a really cool deal. Okay, you can't get those Vanguard shoes to drop so you can craft the Dragoon shoes. Well, you can just craft them. Yeah, on the face of it sounds good. Yeah. Here's the problem. Let's click on the shoes. We'll use the shoes. Okay, the Dragoon Shocking Boots and the Vanguard Shocking. Here's the problem. The Vanguard Shocking Boots, to craft them, take 180 alchemical extract, 30 salts, and 3 crystals. Now that by itself doesn't sound too bad. You go through the quest line and you get a bunch of alchemical stuff, blah blah blah. You count up, and you find out that, well, okay, I've got a little bit, but wait, I don't have enough of this or that or the other to craft the Vanguard boots. So I've got to go and fight the boss. And then you find out, okay, well, I got the Vanguard. Now I got to come up with 300. Let me say that again because it's such a long number. 300 more alchemical extract. More. And 50 more salts. And 5 more crystals. So what you're looking at all together to craft the hat, ring, and shoes for one wizard, what you're looking at is 1,440 alchemical extracts, 240 alchemical salts, and 24 crystals. Now, the 240 salt and crystals don't sound too bad, and they're really not, even though they don't drop as often as the extract. Here's the problem with this whole deal. We go over here, and I'm sure that you all know this by now. If you don't, I'll let you skinny into it here. Right here to the Fetid Crypt, which is part of the quest line, pretty well early on. And we use this boss to farm because this mob, she's an elite mob. She's not a boss. Let me make sure I make that clear to you. General Greyflame is an elite mob, not a boss. Okay, we all farm this boss right now because she drops not only the extract, but she drops the salt and the crystals too. And by the time you farm enough extract, 1,440 to be exact, you'll get the 240 salts pretty much, and you'll get the 24 crystals pretty much. Here is where the problem comes in. Let me tell you what those numbers actually translate to. To get the hat, ring, and shoes for one wizard, let me tell you what those numbers actually translate to in real time. We timed this out, we checked her drops, and we put a stopwatch on our battles, both in solo, in duo, in triplets, and quadruples. Okay, we did all that. The average is for a solo battle, if you come down here solo, which you probably are, a lot of people do it that way. The average is 3 minutes. If you have a good powered character, I have a max level Storm here. If you have a high powered character, it takes about 3 minutes to finish a battle from the moment you step on that sigil to the moment you get your drops. The problem is you can only get a maximum of 3 alchemical salts per, my bad. You can only get a maximum of 3 alchemical extracts per battle. You can get 1 salt and you can get 1 crystal, and sometimes you can get all 3. Three extracts, 1 salt, and 1 crystal in the same fight. Sometimes you can. That's a really lucky fight, though. Anyhow, what this adds up to in real time, 3 minutes to get 3 extracts. What you're looking at to get hat, ring, and shoes for 1 wizard. And again, you want to use this boss because it's really the fastest boss that has all the objects that you need or the items that you need. It's quick and efficient to fight her, as much as quick and efficient will be, and gives you everything you need. It takes you 24 hours, and not just 24 hours of farming, but 24 actual in battle with her hours to get hat, ring, and shoes. And that's Dragoon, mind you, that's not just Vanguard, that's Dragoon. So you're looking at 24 hours of farming time to do that. If, God forbid, and I'm one of these too, you need to get a hat, ring, and shoes for 6 wizards, you're looking at 144 actual in battle with this chick hours to get hat, ring, and shoes. Now, if you need robes or thames or whatever else, just tack onto that time. So you're spending a fair amount of your life up in here. If you happen to get a Vanguard shoes or a Vanguard ring or a Vanguard hat in doing the quest line, if you do the quest line, more power to you. But honestly, with the way these bosses are at the end, the Druid, not so much the other 2 bosses, but the Druid and the Devourer really suck, especially the Druid. They're really tough, and you're not going to solo. You're not. You're just not. For one thing, the Devourer eats people, so you're not going to solo it. So you're going to have to find a competent team. We already have some strategies out there for these bosses, of course. We've already worked all of that part out, but you got to find a competent team. If you're wanting to do this the easy way, or if you're just one of those people, you want to spend a few hours soloing it, doing it yourself, and gathering your reagents, that's what it's going to take you to get this stuff. So, is this better than what it was with the drop rates? Well, the honest answer is, if you got nothing but time, it might be. Because you can go 20, 30 minutes on the Devourer, and sure, he has a guaranteed drop of crystals, and he'll give you a gold skeleton key, guaranteed. But you will likely not get a ring on the 3rd try or 5th try or whatever else. I've been in there 20 odd times myself, just helping other people and doing videos on it and stuff like that, and I haven't gotten a ring. So, in the long run, if your luck really is bad at getting drops like mine is, I mean, I couldn't get a gold coin to drop in Fort Knox. I couldn't. Anyway, it may be better, but just be prepared, because it's going to take you about the rest of your natural life to get to stuff if you're going to craft it. Guys, that is it. That is the true story. I hope that this helps you out. I hope it does. I'm not quite sure how it is. I might sound like the bearer of bad news. I know I do. But hopefully this will help you out. If it does, like, subscribe, share, yell my name to the heavens, name your firstborn child. Skele is good for a girl or a guy. You can't even make it a middle name. I'm not particular. That's really cool. And until next time, this is Skelemystyk reminding you that whatever else you do, always love the game. Peace. Hey, one more thing, by the way, before I go. I've had the question asked before. Yes, I stream on Twitch. Yes, pretty much every night, except for Sunday, pretty much. So come and see me there. Hang out, farm. We'll do what we're doing. You know, it'll be all good. See you there. Streaming on Twitch, same name as my channel for YouTube. All right, guys, later.